It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. And we are underway in this AFC Wildcard Weekend contest. Reynolds with a return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. He finds Tigakonkwo for the grab. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Short pass brought in. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. Lamar now from the gun. He's on the move. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down, here's Lamar. This throw is caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They have it 1st and goal, an early lead available here in the postseason. They'll try and punch it in. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play fake, Jackson. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Reed now to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. First carry here for Aaron Jones. And he'll push forward for a small gain to the 31. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
First and 10, here's Jones. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. On target to Musgrave. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's a Vegas first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. To throw here on first down. Taken in by Harrison. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Time now for the second quarter. Raiders in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd and 9. This one quickly to Harrison. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. Offense up to the line fast. Goal to go. It's a pass play. And that one's behind him. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. It's 2nd and goal.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, Jones gets it. And he's got them down at the doorstep inside the 5. It's a gain of 6. They've got 3rd and goal from the 3.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, does...
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Reynolds with a return. He's got a lead up past the 30. A little revenge there from the coverage team after they gave up a pretty nice return. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. They kick the running back in motion. From the 33 on 2nd down. Connects on the crosser. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. Working quickly here. On first down, Jackson. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll send him over right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Fourth down, it's Jackson. They connect for the first. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He sends this one to the end zone. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Reed now to kick this one away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds the in route, complete. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Robbie Okereke making that stop. So it's the 2-minute warning here from Allegiant. It's the Raiders facing 2nd and 5. Back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. They strike for 23 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd down carry for Jones. And that hit stuffs him in his tracks. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a gift to Jones. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. He's going to throw this one. He fires one deep down the left sideline. Oh, he nearly reeled that in. As close as you can get, but just an exciting incompletion. So 4th down, and out comes the field goal unit. From the right hash, about 45 yards out.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lot. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Here comes the final play of our first half. Tight end going in motion here. Running back sent in motion. Back to throw it. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing. Has the connection to Jones. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 34. Ooh, incomplete there on 2nd down, but boy, a risky throw on a check down of all things. Nearly picked off and headed the other way.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Throw on 3rd down. Oh, tried forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. That's Bobby Okereke. And the Colts take possession down inside the 30 after the interception. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Best run games in this league have balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Pistol snap to Jackson. And he has the Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. That one right down the middle. And the Colts drive their lead to 11. Reed now to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. No one around. He's got space. And he pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Toss now to the short side. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. And this one does not go far. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Lamar now from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finding Thomas near the sideline. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
He's got it inside the 25. And that is a touchdown. The Raiders shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Reynolds with a return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. No progress on first down, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 10 now. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Now to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. You got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Kick the running back in motion. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Sometimes a quarterback gets so focused on coverage down the field, you lose sight of those linemen right in front of you. On that occasion, he throws it right to the D lineman. Easy to get the paw up and swat away a potential 1st down.
Straight ahead they go with Jones. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. Offense up to the line fast. Now on 2nd and 10. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Setting up a throw. Jones reels it in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. 1 quarter to go, Brock, and we'll see who can earn the wild card win. The Raiders have the ball, and they have work to do to save their... He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They go play action on 1st. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
They'll run here with Jones. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Back on 2nd and goal. He brings it in. Touchdown! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Wow, they're going to get great field position out of this. First and 10 from the 41. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down, here's Lamar. Into the hands of Okonkwo. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So that brings up second down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing again is Lamar. He puts some power on a deep one. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. And the Raiders will get it back with a long field ahead. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Looking for a throw here. Stays in the pocket. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. To throw it on first down. He beams one deep right side. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Colts get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
first down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to the well again. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 2nd and 3 now. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Colts in range for a game-winning score. Third down, 1 yard to go. They give it to him again. And again, they stalled him out at the line. He couldn't get it. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Here he is to throw. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted. There he goes, right sideline. And the defense has come through. They're in the end zone, and that gets them the lead. Well, they had to try something there on 4th down, but that throw played right into what the defense was anticipating, Brock, and they make it hurt that much worse by taking the turnover back for 6.
Hey, I'm all for these great group celebrations, and, you know, I'm not Captain No Fun, but one of these times I'd like to see that player run that football over to the D coordinator who predicted that play was coming and really made the right call to create that opportunity.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all. So they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jackson trying to get after the pick. Big gain downfield. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They send a receiver in motion right. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. Sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
He'll look to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Complete beyond the marker. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. On first down, they'll run. And he gets very good yardage there. That's down inside the 10. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here he is to throw. Cut near the goal line. And he gets him the touchdown. And now a potential game-deciding play call coming up. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
We'll see what the Colts do facing a huge 2-point conversion attempt. Setting up to pass. And it's incomplete. The defense makes a stand, and they'll keep a 1-point lead with only seconds to play. So they only have 20 seconds left. They're down a score. This kick has to be perfect. And the Raiders able to cover up the onside try. That seals up this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult.
Into the victory formation they go, Brock, here on first down. The Raiders nearing a win as he drops to a knee.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in